Here we are, episode 1. Me and Rich giving you a breakdown analysis of the episode. I thought it was pretty cool overall. Rich, what did you think about it?
Thought it was great. I mean, such great detail that Greg Wiseman pays attention to. It ended on a good cliffhanger. And just show that actually makes you want more.
It's interesting. When it first started, there were the ice people.
The Ice
Mr.
Stones,
Freeze,
yes. Icicle Jr., Killer Frost, Captain Cold.
running rampant through the city, man. I thought
Cities.
it was great. Yeah, dude, throughout
Places,
multiple
I should say.
cities.
Yeah, places in Pearl Harbor. It was great. I mean, just to show their skills and the designs. Like Mr. Freeze and
They gave
Captain
Mr. Freeze a
Cold.
new suit.
And his voice actor, I don't know who voices him. I looked that up, but I thought he did a pretty good job for that short little role.
Yeah, not bad. Already established that you have villains. And you not only introduce the leaders or the people from the Justice League, get your first glimpse on who the sidekicks are. And you're introduced, we get Robin, Kid Flash,
Integration, right?
Aqualad, Speedy, whose suit is amazing, by the way.
You were commenting on that while we were watching. I really did like that they kind of went how the original Teen Titans started with Robin, Kid Flash, and Aqualad. Yeah, of course, it's a different Aqualad. This Aqualad was created specifically for the show. But they went to, like, did that way, and then they took Speedy out. They gave Speedy his own personality. He was, like, really headstrong, and he's like, screw this.
Right? You see that when because they kept referencing today's the day. That was their initiation day. And we go to them inside the Hall of Justice, and Speedy gets mad because this was kind of what he thinks is a ruse.
Well, he knows it's a ruse. He doesn't think, because he makes a comment that the real HQ is the Watchtower in space.
Right.
And then the other superheroes look at, like, Aquaman, Flash, Batman, or look at, like, Green Arrow is like, I forget what he says, Green Arrow's line. But
Basically, like, well, why is he acting up? This is
not really why not really why he's not acting up. More like you told him, like, that's a secret. Like, if you would say, like, all of them are like parental figures, like Batman is like Dick Grayson's dad in a way.
Right.
Flash is obviously Kid Flash's uncle. Aquaman is more, I don't want to say a father figure.
mentor, mentee.
And I mean, they're all mentor mentees, but they each have a specific thing.
Not to be confused with the manatee.
Yeah, like Green Arrow kind of comes off like the fun uncle.
Okay.
Like he wants to, or like the dad that really wants to bond with his, like, son, be friends with him. Oh yeah, definitely. I like the hood. I'm glad they didn't go with the hat.
Although, if you notice that part in HQ when they were in the Hall of Justice, not HQ, when they were in the Hall of Justice, there was a certain point everybody was yellow. Green Arrow's beard. Speedy had a yellow hat on. I noticed that there was a lot of yellow. That's the one thing I did notice when Speedy gets upset.
I mean, I don't know why they did yellow. Because it stands out.
It did stand out to me, yeah.
Well, so the introduction of Superboy, how they introduce him.
Yeah, dude. Crazy. Do you remember how they break into Cadmus?
Oh yeah, Robin hacks. There's a fire that they go deal with.
Right.
They save the scientists, and then they're like, we're here. Let's check it out. I mean, that's the reason why they came there. That's part of the reason. Half the reason was to help. And
Sidekicks
they came
on the
there,
call.
and by the way, like, the sidekicks on the call, and the way Aqualad used his abilities when he manipulated water.
Right, yeah, you had those establishing shots where they had to establish each individual super ability, right?
Right there, right. Like, yeah, it wasn't, Kid Flash is obviously fast. I mean, he has other powers, obviously. We know that. It's not just speed, but he does, like, other stuff. Robin's a hacker as well as an acrobatic. Aqualad is...
He's a water magic man.
Yeah, he studied magic in Atlantis.
He did?
And he also has that, like, electricity.
He did conduct electricity. Water is a
Um,
conductor of electricity, folks.
yes, most people learn that in school. I learned that watching Pokemon.
And then they break in.
Or techniques, abilities, because Batman is, Robin speed, don't have any superpowers. The specific skill set, we see all the specific skill set, I think is a better way to phrase it.
Right. They've been taught these.
Yeah, actually, if you think about it, Aqualad is probably the most well-rounded because he has powers, but he's also taught how to use things, while Dick was just taught. And Speedy, while Kid Flash is just struck by lightning. Superboy is obviously he's not part of the team as of this episode. Will he be part of the team after? Who knows? Will he maybe be a villain for the team?
I don't know. Well, he really comes with a bang. So they get down, they hack in, Robin hacks in, and they encounter these, like, what's the best way to explain what they are? Experiments? Golem-like
They're making
experiments?
weapons. They're like military experiment, almost like military weapons. Like that's what Superboy they say, and that's what Superboy is. He's a weapon.
They encounter these golemite-looking things.
Yeah, weapons. I know the little white guy on the top's called a genome.
Right. We find out they're, what was the official term for them?
I forgot.
Because they're genomorphs. They call them genomorphs for short. But when Robin does scan Superboy, he gives you the full name. We do get introduced to the scientist. We get introduced to the Guardian in this episode too. First episode.
The Guardian. Yeah, so pretty much he's under mind control,
right?
And he's unwitting stooge. It's a Guardian right there, the Genomorph.
Under mind control, you see that he cracks a little bit. The effect of their abilities can wane. That's what that told me.
Yeah, I guess they could be just maybe used to a certain thing, Maybe they're like a certain volume, as you will. Maybe they just gotta turn on the volume. Maybe just they never had any trouble before.
Right. I wonder if the effect that their psychic manipulation has on someone, I wonder if there's a certain limit to it. That's what I'm curious to know.
Well, I guess we could find out future episodes.
So then they wind up getting through past this vault, I think. Is that what it was? A vault?
Oh, yeah. I guess where they keep the secret projects or a project.
So what's great is they all established their abilities as individuals, and then they had to use them.
Yeah,
together,
they work like a team.
As a team.
Yeah.
So they you do get a lot in this episode. In the first episode, you really have to you're kind of thrown in. That's how I felt when I was watching it.
I wonder, did they ever team up before? Like maybe with their mentors, like Batman and Robin, and like Kid Flash and Flash, maybe work a case together.
Why wouldn't they?
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, you can see Batman and Flash working together, or Flash and Aquaman,
right? Especially with a strategist like Batman, and to a degree like Robin as well. Because how far is Central City from Gotham City? How far?
I think Central City. I think that's pretty far. I think Central City is supposed to be somewhere in the Midwest. If I'm correct. The comments section, please. If I'm wrong, while Gotham City, I think, is actually in the state of New Jersey.
Oh, fun.
Which is funny because a lot of people, I remember for years everyone's like, "Oh no, it's New York." No, it's New Jersey.
They get into this vault. It's labeled Project K. KR, which we find out stands for the symbol for kryptonite, which I didn't know. That was the first time I found that out.
Really? Interesting.
There's a great line when they get in and Robin says, "We're safe." And then Aqualad right after says, "We're trapped." So I like those type of skills because he's able to, I guess, see the actual realism of the situation.
He's able to be in the moment, I think on his feet.
Right.
See what again it gives her thinking.
So they're in, they try to look for their surroundings, look around them. And they bump into some crazy stuff.
Yeah. I wonder in this universe, honestly, if Superman's ever dealt with Bizarro. Bizarro.
Oh, interesting.
You got to figure if Bizarro, I mean, he could have been created by someone else, I guess. But you got to figure Bizarro would be kind of like the prototype to clone of Superman.
Right.
Like, he's so fucked up, it's like, oh shit.
I don't see enough of Bizarro.
Right. I don't see enough. Or you see enough, meaning in Bizarro talk, you don't see enough.
They stumble upon Superboy, or at least a
Well, as of right now, he's Superman's clone. I don't think
right.
he doesn't have an actual name.
So they see that there is because of Robin's hacking, he finds out this thing has been cloned in 16 weeks. That I didn't know. 16 weeks to harvest. So for any Alex Jones fans out there, this is kind of what he's talking about.
Yeah, although I think Alex Jones was talking more about like a hybrid of
Right. So he's wearing this. Did you notice the white suit? Kind of similar to the Christopher Reeve Superman movies.
How so?
Remember Jor-El?
Oh, Jor-El. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking Superman. When you said Christopher Reeve movies, I'm thinking Superman wore a white suit.
It brought my brain
Yeah.
back to that. I don't know if that's what they were trying to go for, but it looked kind of cool.
Look cool. I they think a lot ahead, but I've never really noticed in this show, this episode, if they really brought up past movies and stuff or anything else really.
I think this is one of those like homages.
Maybe, but if you like say you watch like a show like Smallville, I know it's live action, different medium, but Smallville, like when they introduce, like they do a lot of Superman, Christopher Reeve Superman movie references,
Right.
which I mean, I could tell when I watch it. Like in this show, I don't really see it. Justice.
They encounter the scientist, the Guardians there, they're trapped, and then they let Superboy out of his thing.
And how does he thank him? He starts attacking him.
Right. And just when you think, hey man, we're here to help you, there you go. Kid Flash gets this. Robin gets whew.
So any of you animal lovers out there, if you think about breaking chimpanzees out of scientist cages, they might attack you.
Right. Think again. Robin gets the beat. I think he gets grabbed and thrown onto the ground.
Yeah, which is cool as a cartoon, but in real life, I don't care how skilled he is, he'd be dead. Or at least paralyzed.
And remember how fast he ran against when he was trying to go after Aqualad?
Superboy?
Yeah.
Project Chaos. Yeah, he went. Yeah, his super speed. His skills might be like natural to him. Like his abilities are like the way he would breathe.
Right.
But just what's funny is, except from the comics, I think every iteration of Superboy, he always gets like the Kryptonian powers. In the comics, he does get them eventually, but originally he had this ability called tactile telekinesis, which is a cool power. It's like simulates super strength, flight, and invulnerability. It's basically telekinesis, but telekinesis, it's like a force field surrounds you. You can look it up, nerds. I'm sure most of you know. Anyway.
Yeah, okay. So after the fight, they get knocked out, and Superboy comes out of his thing. They're all knocked out cold. Superboy comes out of the thing, and the scientist is like, congratulations. Or I don't know what he says, but like some shiesty stuff.
Yeah. He's a really nice blue eyes.
And what I like about this shot is that they close up on him, so you establish the menace, or you establish the problem, the situation that now this team, who I guess you can even say that this is their first mission, right? I think together was just to check on a building fire. That's really what it was.
Definitely, they wanted to prove themselves, and they got more than they can handle.
Bit off more than they can chew.
Yeah, and the shot also, I like to point out that it kind of shows like a soldier and they're blind obedience.
Right.
And, Superboy doesn't know anybody, can I really say anything bad, but that's what it came to my mind.
Right. And 16 weeks ago, he was harvested, according to the episode.
Yeah, so I guess what he's like, how old do you think he is? Like, biologically?
I was thinking like 16, 17?
Yeah, so if say 16, that means each week.
Each week is a year. Wow, that's
so what happens if they would have kept him? What happens if they would have kept him like that?
Right.
There's a shot of Superman in the beginning on one of the comms, and he just looks exactly like him.
They do show Superman, and they show Zatara in this, so we get a bunch of people in this episode.
Zatara, he says Zatara, folks, not Zatanna. He's actually Zatanna's father.
Right. So the episode ends with this shot.
Jesse McCarthy. Oh wow, Jesse McCarthy's Dream Street. Oh man, I remember him on the show Summerland years ago. So
with the first episode kind of wrapped up, whose voice I think do you like the best so far?
It's a tie between. I like Crispin Freeman with the speedy voice. I really like Bruce Greenwood. I thought he was a great Batman in Under the Red Hood, and he's a great Batman here.
Right.
Kari Payton's pretty good as Aqualad. Jason Spizak is a great Kid Flash.
Sure.
Jesse McCarthy is all right. He's not horrible. He just kind of. Is it just me or does Superman? I mean, not Superman. Sorry. Is it just me or does Robin kind of sound almost like he has a lisp? Nolan North. Okay, Nolan North voices.
I didn't know.
Superboy, Superman.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, he actually. I don't know if you've ever seen the Wolverine and the X-Men.
No.
Yeah, he voices Cyclops. He voices Cyclops. Oh. Well, that's only that one season. But.
Does he be?
Yeah. The only one I did, you don't really feel like you heard was
Flash.
Yeah.
You really didn't hear a lot of Flash. Well, I mean, also Zatara was only in like one shot.
Yeah, that's true. But that guy's voicing like two other characters, so
right. But then again, this is voice acting. But yeah, that was episode 1. It's titled Independence Day,
and it has a double meaning because it's 4th of July, and it's their independence.
Right, from sidekicks to a team of sidekicks.
Well, I would say it's from sidekicks to a team of young heroes.
So overall, good episode. I thought it worked. Left with a good cliffhanger. So I'm kind of excited to see episode 2.
Oh, yeah, me too.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to our review. Look forward to episode 2.